Hello friends and lovers of Radiant Waters. You're welcome back to my channel. This is a platform where we discuss everything that pertains to self-discovery, self-actualization, self-realization, self-development, spiritual awakening, and balancing of the soul. If you are watching me for the first time, hello, you are heartily welcome. Kindly subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification button to get more of my video updates. My name is Chioma Okoro and I'm very glad to have you here with me today. I want to talk about the spiritual benefits of palm wine. Palm wine is a very powerful drink used in ceremonial rituals all over Africa. Today I want to let you know some other things you can do with palm wine apart from using it in ceremonial rituals or drinking it for pleasure. Palm wine can be used to wash away bad lucks. You can use it to take away bad energies around you. And this is the procedure that I'm going to show you. I'm going to make it a quick one. Whenever you want to accomplish any new thing, whenever you are planning to venture into a new business, marriage, contract, or what have you, it is very important that you make sure that your spiritual allies, your spiritual forces are there with you. A lot of people think that when we talk about the spiritual forces, that they are one strange spirits that are living around us or that came from wherever. Your spiritual forces are the powers of your mind, the powers of your inner soul, the powers that came with you when you were born. They are the grace that was bestowed upon you the very day you came into this earth. And anything you are doing that you do not involve your inner core, the inner core of your soul, the inner core of your being, even though they are aware that you are doing that thing, those things might not come to fruition. So it is very important that whenever you want to venture into any new thing, always make sure that you align your inner and your external forces together, align your subconscious and your conscious mind together, align your inner soul and your physical soul together, because this will help you to channel your energy into one direction and achieve that thing that you want to achieve. I want to show you how you can use palm wine to achieve anything that you want to achieve. Whenever you want to venture into a new thing, please make sure that you wash your head. I mean washing your head physically, literally washing your head. Some people in the church call it head deliverance. Before you do anything, deliver your head from bad lucks. Deliver your head from what we call ocho. Ocho na aba mmadu. Do you get it? Whenever you want to do anything, there are so many negative energies that are being fired at us every day, every moment, by people that do not want you to prosper, or by some forces that are in your foundation. Do you get it? A whole lot of people have not aligned themselves with these forces, and these forces have been, scattering things that they are doing. But if you belong to the class of those people who have not aligned themselves properly with their forces, and these forces are dealing with you, I can show you a way that you can use to make these forces happy with you in the meantime, until you find the enabling time and environment to go and carry out the necessary things that you need to do. And I'm going to show you how to use palm wine to achieve all these things. Anything you want to do, anything you want to achieve, any new venture you want to plunge into, please, it is very important that you do it, you start it at the period of new moon. New moon is an auspicious time when you plant your heart desires into the womb of nature, into the womb of time. It is the time that whatever you direct your energy into always comes back, giving you the desired result. So anything you want to achieve, please always be conscious of the time. There are actually times that when you do some things, it is not that somebody is against you, or that there are spirits who are against you, but the position of the moon influences all the activities that we carry out here on earth. There are times that the moon is void. It is void of cause, it is void of activities. And at that time, if you don't know and you carry out some activities at that time, you are going to fail. You are not failing because somebody is against you, or that you don't know what you did, that you did not put in enough effort. You only failed because the powers of the moon were against you at that time. So it is important that anytime you want to carry out anything that is new, please make sure that you start during the new moon. It is the best time to direct your energy into anything that you are desiring. Now, for you to do these things, you need certain materials, and the first material you need is freshly tapped palm wine, which has neither been diluted with water nor been kept on the floor or on the earth. When you put freshly tapped palm wine on the earth, it has a great affinity for the earth, because once it comes to the earth triggers a chemical reaction that produces yeast, and this yeast is what causes the fermentation process. Fermentation takes place when the palm wine is put on the earth. So whenever you want to carry out this prayer or ritual that I'm about to tell you about, when you get your freshly tapped wine, please hang it somewhere. Tie it on a rope and hang it, let it be dangling in the air. If you touch it on the ground, immediately you touch it on the ground, the potency that would have been used to make the ritual effective would disappear. So you don't need to put it on the ground. Now I have mentioned the palm wine. When you get your palm wine, make sure that the time you are about to carry out this ritual is at the time of new moon. A lot of people have this misconception that new moon is the time when they see the bowl-like crescent of the moon in the sky. No, new moon comes first 3 days before that. So whenever you are counting the new moon that you want to venture into your whatever you want to do, new moon is that dark face of the moon when the moon has not appeared in the sky. Nobody sees the new moon when it comes out, because at that time it has not received sufficient energy from the sun. That time it is dark, and the new moon is the first 3 days before the appearance of the crescent you see in the sky. Then at this time, it is the auspicious time to carry out this prayer or ritual. Now you have your palm wine, your freshly tapped palm wine available. The next thing you need is the kind of container that you will pour the palm wine into during the ritual. Please, as you are doing this, make sure that you are not using a plastic material, as plastic material does not conduct enough energy. It does not absorb sufficient energy from the moon. So what you need is either a glass jar like this, use something of this nature to pour your freshly tapped palm wine. And when you get that palm wine, please make sure that it doesn't touch the floor. Let me emphasize on this again. If you are doing this, it is either you are getting it from where it is hanged or someone is holding it for you. In fact, to make it more easy, to make it easier, you need somebody to be by the side to hold it for you, because even after pouring it into your container, you still need somebody to hold it. It is very important that the wine does not touch the floor until the end of your prayer or your ritual. If you choose to call it prayer, if you used to call it ritual, they are the same thing, because they are all techniques that we human beings developed to get across to the inner core of our being. That is it. So when you have this kind of container, you pour your glass wine, you pour your palm wine into it. If you don't have a glass jar like this, you use an earthen clay, something of this nature. If you don't have this, you use a calabash. These are the materials that are used for carrying out this kind of prayer. Make sure, I say it over and over again, make sure that you don't have a plastic material. Then if you don't have these ones I have already shown you, I believe that you should have a stainless material in your house, either a cup or a plate. Have somebody holding it for you while you transfer your palm wine, your freshly tapped palm wine, into your container. And if you happen not to have any of these things that I have mentioned here, could you have a ceramic plate in your house? If yes, it's a very good material to use too. Use a ceramic plate. I believe that there is nobody who doesn't have any of these items that I have mentioned. So now you already have your container, and you have poured your wine, your freshly tapped wine into it. Now, have somebody by your side to hold it for you, because it is very important that this container does not touch the floor, does not touch the ground, so as to not to destroy the potency of the palm wine. Immediately the earth touches the palm wine, it will trigger a fermentation reaction in it, and the wine that you need should not be fermented, even if it has changed taste from the time it is freshly tapped. For the fact that it has not touched the ground, it is still good for this ritual. Then, what's the next thing you do? When you have already poured your palm wine into your container, I'm not having any freshly tapped palm wine here with me. That's the only item that is not available here, because it will not serve the purpose of this teaching, since it is not supposed to be kept on the ground or on top of any surface, and I don't have anybody around here who is going to hold it for me. So for you to get your freshly tapped wine, you need to meet a palm wine tapper. Anywhere you can meet the person, inside villages, inside any part of African villages, you can meet them. And when you meet this person, tell him that the palm wine you need is the one that has not touched the ground, the one that is just coming down from the tree, the one that is just freshly tapped. Immediately the person is bringing down the wine, he is handing it over to you. You are collecting it from him directly, and once you collect it from him, wherever you are going, whether your home, your office, your shop, your anywhere, don't put it on the ground. Make sure that you are tying it. Use a rope. For example, you are using something of this nature, you perforate the top like this and fix some threads across it, tie it and hang it somewhere. Just make sure that it is dangling in the air. The reason this thing is done is to make sure that the earth does not trigger fermentation reaction. I'm saying it all over again for anyone who might have forgotten, to always keep it in the memory. Okay, that's it. We are done with pouring the palm wine inside the container. Then the other materials you need are, you need your chalk. We call it nzu. This is nzu wine, the female chalk, and this is nzu nwoke, the male chalk. You need this. This is a balance between the masculine and the feminine. So you need the masculine and the feminine energies to be conjured into your wine for it to receive the energy of the universe, and you use it to carry out the prayers, the rituals that you want. After adding this to the palm wine, you get your edo. We call this edo. I don't know what people call it in their languages, but what we call this is edo. You just take a pinch and add it to your palm wine. After doing this, you begin to pray over it. The way I pray is that I call upon my forces, I call upon the energies of the four corners of the earth. In Igbo, we call it Eke, Ori, Afonko. I call upon them, I call upon my spiritual allies, and I lift this thing up to the sky and start declaring that as I'm mixing this mixture of palm wine with nzu and edo, I am declaring that this mixture is receiving power from the universe, that as I use it, it is going to give me the result that I desire. You begin to call that result that you expect. What are those things you are expecting? Are you expecting to venture into a new business? Are you expecting to go for a job interview? Are you expecting to get married newly? Are you expecting to establish a company? Are you expecting to go into any form of thing, something that you have not done before? This is the way to energize your spirit, to bring your masculine, your feminine, your conscious, your subconscious mind into agreement before you venture into this thing that you are about to do. Then you begin to make your declaration upon this thing while standing outside in the night. It's the dark face of the moon. You lift it up to the sky and begin to make your declaration. You begin to make your declaration. After you have finished, the next thing to do is to use this water. this concoction of freshly tapped wine and begin to wash your head. You bend your head and you use your hand to scoop the solution and pour on your head. You use your hand, you pour it on your head while washing your head. Keep washing your head, and as you are washing it, you begin to declare that every bad luck, every jinx, every hypnosis, setback, failure, whatever it might be that have been obstructing your way from achieving the goals that you are expecting, that as you are washing your head today you are receiving your deliverance, and as you are stepping into this thing that you want to do, you are receiving your expected result, that the goals you want to achieve, that they are going to be achieved. You begin to make these statements, these declarations, because there is power in your tongue. You use the power of your tongue to bring your mind, your spirit, your soul, your emotions, your aura, you use it to bring all your energy into agreement, so that you can go ahead and do those things that you have been finding difficult to do. When you finish doing all these things, when you have finished washing your head, you will see the kind of calmness you will experience in your spirit instantly. I'm not telling you in 10 minutes time. Instantly, you will notice that there is a change. It will just be as if something escaped from your body, something left you. That's just exactly the way you're going to feel after doing this head washing or head deliverance, anything you want to call it. When you finish doing this thing, you keep calm for like 2 to 3 minutes and have a silent meditation. After having this silent meditation, you take in 7 deep breaths. You breathe in and breathe out like 7 good times. When you finish doing this, calmly walk into your house and sleep. You will see the kind of dreams you have. You will have clairvoyant dreams, lucid dreams, dreams that will expose secrets that you have not known about yourselves or about your situations. You will start having wisdom for direction on what you want to do. And that is not enough. That you have carried out rituals does not mean that you are not going to work towards the goals that you plan to achieve. You know, a lot of people in this part of the world believe that whenever they finish praying or carrying out rituals, they will just go and relax in their house while the spirits will go and bring the result and drop on their laps. Life doesn't work that way. Nature honors the principle of work. For everything you want to achieve, you must work towards it. You don't relax. The essence of praying or carrying out rituals is to clear your energy, is to clear your path, is to align your mind, your spirit, your forces, to align them together to go and achieve that thing you want to achieve. It is not for you to go and stay idle while expecting spirit to go and do it for you. So when you finish doing all these things, you still go out there and start working towards your goal. I bet you that these goals are going to be achieved. Those things that you think are too difficult for you to achieve for some time, those things that you have been putting so much energy into, so much effort into, and they have been proving abortive, I assure you that when you finish doing this thing, you are going to receive your testimonies. And I want you to tell me that you have received your testimonies. Don't hide it, because a lot of people is that when you finish giving them information on what they need, when the result comes, they won't tell you. I just want to help you by releasing this information to you, because this thing I'm telling you today is one of the most expensive information that we don't release out there. You would never see anybody that will tell you what palm wine is used for. The only thing people know about palm wine is drinking. They don't know that it is one of the highest liquids that contains the energy of as in transforming your inner core, your inner soul. When you are having challenges or when you're sick, you can use palm wine and wash your head, and you will come back to your health. Thank you for giving me your time today. If you enjoyed my video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notification button to get more of my video updates. Once more, I have this item that I sell. This is a calabash, a beautifully designed calabash. If you need it for preserving your drinks, your wine, please send me a WhatsApp message on the number displayed on the screen, and I'm going to get it delivered to you. Have a nice day.